up on bodies, tied up on points.
Yeah, so East Coast Effect going 2 in the can, trying to get a heavy gun snake way and also shoot that cross shot. It's risky sending a player out wide snake side, so they keep him short. CWE Power able to slip into the snake. I don't think East Coast Effect picked him up. They fill out to the snake corner. That's going to keep Power from coming to their end uncontested.
Yeah, we're looking across right now.
That's Greg LeCaire in the 50 snake for Power. He dices up the snake insert bunker for East Coast Effect. Now he shoots a player down the wire in his foot.
Great job by LeCaire as he gets a 3-pack off of this one. He gets a shot cross field, kills the insert and the corner. So now looking to get that 4-pack. Stat stuffing right now for LeCaire.
Yeah, Greg LeCaire, he's been around New England Paintball for a long time. CWE Power won a Division II event in World Cup, I want to say 2 years ago. So this is a team that has experience winning on this stage. LeCaire was on that team too. I believe he might have gotten divisional move of the tournament at that one.
Okay.
Pulling off a 4-pack in a big situation. So seeing that again here as CWE Power takes a 2-1 lead.
Now, speaking of divisional moves, we do have this beautiful powerhouse reg. It's the BKI MVP award. We will be giving that out to a semi-pro team out here today. So taking everything into consideration, I think it's happened so far. So again, if you can see here, beautiful powerhouse reg here, light blue, custom color, custom engraving. So
what's the output pressure on that? Do you know?
Whatever Powerhouse sets it at. So, so look forward to that. Thank you again to BKI for providing that amazing award out here to give out to the semi-pro player.
So Leverage, really huge point right here. You don't want to go down 4-0. I think they're going to send Caputo out to the snake off the break. Looks like he makes it. So Leverage now down 3 points, trying to get on the gas pedal, making a quick move into the Dorito side wedge. One body walking off for Struggle. So 5-4 advantage for Leverage. They're in business in the 50 snake. Struggle is out in the snake corner. So that's going to keep Caputo from being able to come down easily. Leverage doing a great job in their secondary bumps right here. I think they killed another body off the Struggle Dorito side. They did. So 5-3 advantage for Struggle. They're in business. 50 snake, 50 brick. Just trying to figure out where those last bodies are.
And what a great job by Caputo there, understanding he was getting shot in that 50 snake. So he came around snake 2, sat in the blind zone for a minute, checked off in that lane. That is what you need to see if you're going to bump into semi-pro.
For sure. And then a Struggle player trying to make a desperation move forward to bunker the snake brick. It's not going to happen. So Leverage down 3-0 coming out here, putting together a commanding point. I think they have 5 bodies alive to cut the lead to 2. Leverage, the number 1 ranked team
in Division II right now.
Showing poise right here. Fairly large deficit. They don't lose their heads. They generate offense off the break, get everybody out wide, get their kill off the break, and go to work. Playing in pairs, good communication there. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, so the race for Division II right now for the first and second place team. Second place team, Kansas City, Missouri All-Stars, which we will see later on this afternoon. It's only separated by 10 points right now. So both teams, top 4, always playing for first and second. So Kansas City, Missouri All-Stars actually has one up on them as Missouri All-Stars did beat them in the Lone Star event. So I know Leverage is really
in a head-to-head.
They head-to-head, yeah. So I know that Leverage is going to want that rematch in the finals. They're going to want that match back. So let's see as the Division II tournament proceeds and continues if they're going to get that rematch. So always love to see it. Always amazing matches between those two teams. As you can see here, 12 minutes, 31 seconds left to go. East Coast Effect only down by 1 to CWE Power.
We've got Lang, Snow, Allen, Messier. I expect LeCaire to join them out there. Actually, that's Greg LeCaire right there. Knuckling up his boys, getting everyone on the same page.
Number 32, can't see your jersey, man. You got long hair. But
it's Allen. Allen's his last name.
There we go. So big breakout
Power
here.
Going to get a kill off the break. So it's 5-on-4. Power against East Coast Effect. Power with a 1-point lead. East Coast Effect lost their snake runner, so they're trying to fill out wide over there. They do get into the snake side wedge as well.
So great job here by CWE's
Big
guns.
fill from the snake can into the snake for East Coast effect. I'm not sure Power saw him get in there.
I don't think they did.
It's huge to get into the snake undetected because that allows you to get on the wrap immediately and catch people playing loose. East Coast effect slow crawling into there. They do lose another body though, so just 3 East Coast effect players left alive.
So all they know is there now is they are start ripping paint through that gap right there on the 50. So let's
East
see
Coast
if
effect getting into the snake brick and shooting inside as well. So they do have some advancement, but they are down bodies. Going to have to generate some offense here quick.
Oh, did he get the shot cross?
I don't know if he shot
Oh,
him.
he didn't, and he gets shot over. Oh, that is just overcommit to that gun battle for no reason, and he gets clipped. He was in a perfect spot, too.
Yeah, that was a deep wrap on that Dorito side. He really should have been keying up on that snake can or the back center, try to get an easier kill.
Little tactical retreat here from the 50-yard line break back to the snake side.
He
wedge.
might have catched a Power player streaking through, trying to figure out where the last body was. Power in control. Their back center player's doing gun surgery, though. But East Coast effect with just 1 player left alive in the center of the field. A really disadvantageous spot.
Yeah.
He's going to blow the horn.
He tried to be I think it was 72, I think that's what that was. Tried to be the stopgap over there for East Coast effect. Unfortunately, he lost bodies around him. When he made that great tactical retreat back, didn't realize that he had nobody behind him.
Yeah. I mean, you certainly don't want to be in a 50 brick when you're the last guy left alive. Those wedges are an improvement, but still a really bad spot.
Yeah, so, again, if you were just now tuning in, thank you so much. If you missed any of the semi-pro action on the Premier Field so far, you can go back on the NXL Facebook page, so facebook.com/NXL. Go to the video section, and you can watch all of the action from Friday and Saturday. The videos are split up into morning and afternoon brackets to make it a little bit easier for everybody. So if you want to, go ahead and share out those videos as well, as we greatly appreciate you guys going back and watching them and letting us know what you think about the matches, the players, and everything else. So on the breakout here, we have Leverage versus Struggle. Leverage, heavy guns in that back center, also getting a player in the snake, but so does Struggle.
Leverage unable to shoot the Struggle player going snake off the break, but they do get Caputo into the 50 snake.
Oh, Caputo might be careful getting his back blown up right now.
Both bricks right now. The Struggle player shooting the Leverage player in the snake side brick. I think he probably shot him in the back. Leverage player.
That Leverage player is trying to hide that podcast so hard.
Yeah, he pushed his back into the bunker, so he's going to get a major. Meanwhile, there's a trade on the snake side between Leverage and Struggle. So
I think it was just a minor.
Yeah. So a Struggle's going to come out on top in that chaos in the center of the field and on the snake side. It might just be this one. No, 2 players left alive for Leverage. Struggle has at least 2 players. They might have lost one off the Dorito side. I think it's 3-on-2 Struggle's advantage. They have the Dorito side brick, the snake side tower, and now the snake side insert. Looking at the snake insert and the Dorito 1 for Leverage. A lot of quick points out here. Let's see if this one slows down a little bit as Struggle tries to figure out the close. Leverage in a tough spot. Someone's gun is blowing air. I think the Struggle player was able to figure it out. And Leverage is going to lose a body, but so does Struggle. So it's a 2-on-1 for Struggle.
Oh, his gun is down right now.
But it's okay because they killed the last Leverage player. So Struggle's going to take a 4-1 lead. Minor on Leverage really hurt them that point.
And not only do they get the minor at the same exact time, their snake player tries to run down and trade with the other snake player. So as the minor is being assessed, they lose 3 players at the same time, just putting them in an absolute terrible position.
Yeah, that trade would have been fine, but they got the minor at the same time, so that's really what hurt them. Penalties will kill you out here, and Leverage has gotten 2 of them so far, and that's why they find themselves down 3 points. Now we're looking at East Coast effect. Rosie McCurley, great WNXL player, getting the spin out there.
Yeah, it's amazing that we're getting to see her out here on this field where she usually plays.
That's right.
With the Heroines. Heroines taking the victory at the second WNXL event in Philly. So shout out to all the WNXL players out there who are spread all over the event, playing with different teams, helping out here support. So on the breakout here, we're going to see East Coast effect, see if they can make something happen. Come by, down by 2, as Rosie goes all the way into the 40-yard line brick on the Dorito side, shooting that cross. Hopefully she can catch that snake player from CWE Power. Oh, as we see right here.
Oh, Rosie, is she going to get the shot in on him? I don't think she knows he's there in the 50 snake.
Neither of these teams know they're there. As soon as that guy comes around, he's going to get him.
Leclerc.
Oh, wow.
I don't think
that's
nope, they traded.
Oh, I don't know if I agree with that. That East Coast Effect player definitely shot that power guy first, and the power guy went down on him.
Yeah, it's tough to call those situations in a bang-bang close-range situation, so it's going to be a trade. East Coast Effect able to fill into the snake off of that, though.
Got to be careful. There is a cross shot coming through as we see the paint hitting the net, so they know someone's in the snake right now.
I'm not sure the power player knows that trade happened. Oh, and a running ref yelling on his foot. So look for a minor penalty to come up on CWE Power. Sure enough, it does. That might pull out the last two power players. So East Coast Effect. There might be one power player left on the Dorito side, but East Coast Effect going to clean him up. And that's going to allow them to cut into the power lead, make this a 1-point game.
Yeah, if I was East Coast Effect right now, I would not be walking this in. Plenty of time left, but the way these first couple points have gone, CWE Power looking very dominant. I would not want to give them any chance of scoring another point and then trying to slow the game down on me.
Yeah, it's been interesting watching D2 so far, though, because we're seeing much more chaotic, fast-paced points out here. We haven't seen any slow grinders that have been typical of the semi-pro division so far. Still, great paintball out here. We're seeing good break shooting, aggressive play, working in pairs out here. All these teams looking to make that jump to semi-pro, but definitely a much faster pace of game so far. Already 5 points played, and still 10 minutes of game time here in Struggle versus Leverage.
Looks like Sanborn, Morgan coming out here for Leverage. Let's see Caputo again.
Struggle all wearing number 3, and it says John Wayne on all their backs.
Good for them.
So, if you know these guys, hopefully you can identify them by their hair and headgear, the way they hold their guns.
So we did get clarification from the Ultimate on that last penalty that was pulled in the last point for Leverage and Struggle. So the Leverage player did get shot in the pod pack when he got into the brick and tried to tuck the pod pack. So just a minor. He didn't shoot his gun, so just a minor.
But why isn't it a major? Was he trying to ditch it?
I don't think he was trying
They didn't call wiping.
No, he tried to call the ref over to check him. He didn't know where he was hit at.
Got it. So Struggle going to run Snake off the break. Looks like they make it. Caputo also in there for Leverage. Leverage down 3 points.
Ooh, Caputo takes a bounce in the arm on the way in.
Struggle loses 1 off the break. Loses 2.
Minor penalty
on Struggle. Huge turn of events.
Minor penalty on Leverage as well at the same exact time.
So the minors will cancel out, but Leverage is going to be up 1 body as they shot 1 off the break. Struggle in the Snake 2. Leverage in the Snake 2. Leverage also in the Dorito
Snake
3.
Battle going on right now.
Struggle player going to run down, get 1. Ooh. That's a trade. It was almost a spin, but he saw him coming over the top and was tucked in enough. And I think that was the last player for Struggle. Leverage going to cut into the lead, make it 4-2, and Struggle's advantage. That was a nice job by Caputo to be really tucked inside on that bunker with his head over the top to catch the Struggle player. Nearly a spin, and also nearly a great move for Struggle.
Head ref on the field here taking a shot in sensitive parts here.
He had an issue the other day as well, didn't he? I
saw
him on the ground earlier.
Yeah, unfortunately, for the refs, getting into the positions they have to get in order to really get those shots and then make sure that the players are out, they put themselves in harm's way quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't envy them in the least.
All right, so for everybody asking out there so far about the schedule, they see Blast Camp versus Phoenix Rising instead of Blast Camp versus Colorado Blitz. So essentially, last night they had the big meeting, round table, trying to figure all of it out. Went through all the footage and could not find enough evidence to overturn the Colorado Blitz loss. So Colorado Blitz knocked out, CEP knocked out. So if Colorado Blitz would have won that match, would have put them at 11 points.
Heartbreaking turn of event for Blitz where they thought they made Sunday and find out they don't. They were at the field after dark.
Yeah, until about 9:30 at night trying to figure everything out. So
now we're looking at Power breaking up into the Snake side tower and the Dorito side wedge. They got a nice cross here, looking to control this field as East Coast Effect gets out to the Snake side corner. They lose 1 off the Doritos side Effect, though, East Coast Effect, so it's going to be a 5-4 advantage for Power. playing with a lead and a body advantage right now. Rolling their guns. Backline play over here. Strong center presence.
Yeah, right now, CWE really trying to slow this down. Trying to play a more controlled game.
That's LeCaire filling out into the snake insert. He wants to get in there and start going to work as his tower player. I think that's Billy Bob in the snake side tower shooting the cross. They also have the Dorito wing keeping this East Coast effect player stuck in the corner. That's a really difficult bump to make into the snake with that Dorito wedge shooting at him. Power now filling out into the Dorito one as well. LeCaire looking inside, trying to figure out what's holding up his progression. It's the Dorito one shooting the cross. You can see him right at the top of your screen, keeping Billy Bob keeping LeCaire in check so he can't go to the snake.
So this is very similar to what we've seen on the semi-pro field.
Billy Bob,
wow, another minor penalty.
Gonna pick up a minor penalty, but great fill by Billy Bob getting right into that Dorito wing to keep this East Coast effect player. Does he shoot him on the bump? No, Billy Bob unable to shoot the East Coast effect fill into the snake. Now East Coast effect coming straight down into power side of the field, looking to break things open. Billy Bob creeping through the middle, trying to make something happen, but he's lost track of the snake player, Branson, who's going to shoot him in the back.
I think they've lost the East Coast. So they did not lose the CWE power player in the center. They did get him.
Yeah, that was Billy Bob trying to make things happen. Really creative player.
So great job here by the East Coast effect player.
Tie things up.
Yeah, tie things up, trying to see who
that was number 6, Branson.
Branson, great job by Branson to get down the snake, tie things up. So we're seeing that penalty was CWE got shot in the hopper and started to play on. Didn't shoot a player though, but started to play on and got called for that minor. So
I like these teams are really recognizing situations and capitalizing quickly, which is what they're going to need to do if they want to bump up and play in semi-pro. Really impressed by what we're seeing from these Division II teams right now. Looking at Struggle, all number 3, all John Wayne with a 2-point lead against Leverage, who's currently ranked 1st in this division. Looking to crawl back into this one after some penalty trouble to start the match.
Yeah, I love that. I always, so TCP Machine, very similar. They all have 27 on the back of their jerseys.
Do you love that, Vince?
I have made some comments about it a couple times.
I don't love it.
Yeah, I love the team solidarity, right? But at the same time, makes it very hard to commentate them and give them the love love and shine they deserve. So Leverage on your screen right now, looking for this 5-on-5 breakout. Hopefully they can get a kill off the break here, help their chances to come back up. And do they get it? Running ref going in, checking out the player at the corner.
Don't think so, but they do get Caputo off the break into the snake. Caputo is almost 100% making snake off the break. They fill into the snake side wedge behind him. I think that's Domenico.
There's about a 10-second difference for these D2 teams when they get into the snake difference between what the semi-pro team guys are doing.
And Caputo has no pressure down the wire. He can come into Struggle's side if he wants to. I don't think Struggle knows he's there. I'm not seeing anything come off his bunker. Now they do as he battles the Struggle player down the wire. Domenico now filling into the snake side tower for Leverage. This is how Leverage likes to win, playing 5 up and then making the quick fills into the wedges and having Caputo and the snake. Struggle, though, getting out wide on the Dorito side to the juice box.
Yeah, if I was Caputo, I'd probably be making that bump onto their side of the field pretty quick while the corner's not looking at me and get up and start getting those shots. But
it looks like Struggle's hammering some kind of bounce shot in there. I think 5-on-5. Leverage really wants to win this point to cut it to 1, and they got the spots and have 5 bodies. I imagine Caputo's waiting for one body to come off.
Oh, there we go. So Leverage player wanting to make the move. He makes it from the snake side wedge over to the 50-yard line. Brick shooting crossfield, trying to catch that juice box player. You got to be careful playing too loose on that juice box on the Dorito side, but it looks like he's going to switch sides to the snake and help out Caputo here in the snake to try to close and pinch out that snake corner, which is really the only thing besides that can. Oh, and they get the kill. Great job by Leverage to get that tower player on the snake side. So next thing you do is if they just get rid of that corner player, they'll have backs and packs all day long as the can player, as you can see there on the snake side, switches to look inside. There he goes, right in there. So great job.
Oh, Caputo. Shot in the back on that bump. Just coming up a little high, but you know what? The brick player able to shoot the snake corner.
Ooh, a flinch there. Ref's going to go in and check it.
He just dodged it. Oh, tough.
Oh,
move
no.
Right there. Oh, man. Is that going to be another penalty? Yeah, the ref reaching for a minor flag on number 18. So another penalty for Leverage, going to sink their chances. That's Chris Fermo, who was in the snake side brick. He ran at the Struggle player trying to trade with him when Struggle filled the snake.
So
unfortunately unable to shoot him.
Absolute chaos happening
wait.
right now.
Leverage got the
Leverage
point.
hung it. They had a body left alive on the Dorito side.
Oh, man.
So that's what I'm saying. Chaos going on right now. So what happens is Struggle, at the same time everything's happening in the snake, Struggle loses the gun battle over on the Dorito side against the Leverage player. Leverage has enough players left alive to survive the penalty.
Wow.
So at the same time they're pulling a penalty, that player shoots the Struggle player running down the field. So they get 2 key kills right away, and the Dorito side player for Leverage cleans everything up and hangs the flag. What looked like was going to be a very easy point for Struggle ends up in Leverage's favor.
Yeah, I think that Struggle player got a little distracted by the minor being thrown on the Leverage player and kind of went to sleep on the Dorito side. The struggle coach now getting into it with Rob, our ultimate ref.
Yeah,
doesn't like that call. I think he wanted a major on Chris Fermo, the snake brick player, saying that he shot the Struggle player in the snake. I don't think that's true.
He didn't actually shoot him.
Yeah, so that's why it's a minor penalty and not a major. East Coast Effect now in a tie game against CWE Power. They're going to keep their gun on the Dorito side, but they do lose their snake corner player, so it's going to be a 5-on-4 advantage for Power. They get it into the Dorito 1. They shoot another out of the snake can, so 5-on-3 advantage for Power. 7:28 left in this match with a 2-body advantage. Power's really going to need this one now. You want to convert these high body situations when you get your kills off the break.
Yeah, East Coast on the power play right now as they went up 2 points to tie it up. So
yeah, but now just down to 2 bodies. Filling out to that snake can. No one wide on the snake side for Power. Another player coming out. Oh, East Coast Effect going to throw the towel. That's a smart towel there in a 5-on-4. Don't let Power burn off a ton of time in a slow close.
And that's just the veteran coaching from Brad McCurley, former pro player for Damage, Infamous, AC Diesel, Chicago Aftershock. I mean, the man's an absolute legend coming in to help out East Coast Effect, a local team where he lives at, coming in this event to help coach them. So, yeah, I mean, that's a seasoned move right there. So I expect to see that from him. But good thing for CWE Power, they stopped the momentum swing happening on the East Coast Effect side. So going up by 1 point.
Now we're looking at Struggle walking out against Leverage. Leverage able to absorb their 3rd penalty of the match and pull off that last point. I thought they had lost it, but they had not. And so now looking to tie things up against Struggle with 6:46 left in the game. Leverage, a lot of penalty trouble in this one. A little late getting to the box here. They run with a tight roster, just 6 players. Looking at Chris Fermo, shooting snake side in the back.
Richard, fan of Leverage, saying, let's go Leverage. So
that's number 8. Sanborn also in the back. They get Caputo into the snake off the break and Struggle losing one off the break. So big advantage for Leverage here. Oh, they do lose one out of the Dorito side can. Sanborn, though, going to fill all the way out to that small Dorito for Leverage and then get into the juice box. Ooh, he might have gotten shot. Yeah, so just 3 left alive for Leverage. Make that 3-on-3. And Struggle loses another, filling out into the small Dorito.
Oh, running ref going in to check out the back player for Struggle.
In the Dorito can. So similar spread here with both teams in the snake 1 with 1 Dorito player. But Chris Fermo getting into the snake side brick for Leverage. Little better field position for Struggle.
Ref's taking hot ones out here.
And Caputo going to tactically retreat to the snake insert. I don't really understand, and I don't think anyone's looking at the Struggle snake player.
Ooh, so Struggle loses another.
But he kills the snake brick player and another.
Oh my goodness, minor penalty. Wow, refs not playing around here.
Chris Fermo catching a couple minors out here. Struggle has 2 bodies left alive. I don't think there's anyone left for Leverage. Leverage going to throw the towel here. I mean, Leverage has had a penalty, I want to say 4 out of 8 points here. And it's really bit them because they had the advantage off the break. They're getting to the snake off the break with Caputo, but just not able to convert on their positional advantages so far.
Yeah, Struggle going to go up by 2 now. And I mean, I think that's the other thing too is the semi-pro field here, the premier field. These refs have been around for a very long time. Refed all kinds of different fields as well. So have some seasoned previous pro refs from the pro field out here as well. There's a little bit of a difference there too when you get onto this field. They see maybe a little difference than what some other refs from divisional fields are going to see.
Well, and the other thing is if you get one penalty in the match, now the refs are thinking of you as someone who gets penalties,
Yes.
right? So they're going to be on you that much more deliberately.
Especially if you try to tuck penalties.
Right. So I think Fermo, 2 straight points, catching a minor penalty. Shot in the pack, we're hearing from Rob. Now we're looking at CWE Power pulling up at the box to shoot someone wide for the Snake, but no one goes out wide for East Coast Effect. They send him to the Snake side wedge. They do lose one out of the Snake side can. So Power's guns have been great off the break over here. Effect, though, able to fill out into the Snake insert. That's number 58. That's Ramirez. No Riley for East Coast Effect. Looking at Power rolling those guns. They got the Dorito side wedge. That's going to keep East Coast Effect from being able to get easily into the Snake. Also, that's Snow, I believe. No, Seltzer in the Caesar. Number 11 for Power shooting the cross from the Dorito can. Oh, and Power able to kill the Snake insert player for East Coast Effect. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 advantage with Power and a 1-point lead. Filling out now to the Snake insert. That's LeCaire. No one over here with him, so he's able to slip into the Snake. He owns this whole side of the field. Look for him to try to get on the wrap and start peeling off East Coast Effect players. Stops and shoots the Dorito 1. This is Cesar, not
all right.
Not LeCaire. Cesar, number 11 for CWE Power, gets in there, gets the kill. Another 5-on-2 situation for Power. And so Brad McCurley, coach of East Coast Effect, going to throw that towel. 2-point lead for Power, who's been dominant off the break.
Yeah, and this is where you got the danger zone a little bit here. You don't want to go down, we're getting that 5-minute time frame. You don't want to go down too many points here. It's going to be about actually 6 minutes left for Power. And they're just running right now. They've kind of shut down the momentum swing. Now they're proving their dominance again. So Effect's got to be careful they don't get down in the pits. And they come back, take a deep breath. I'm assuming there's going to be some great words of advice by Brad McCurley saying, hey, everybody,
just
take a deep
panic.
breath. Don't panic.
Yeah,
right? We're still
really,
in this.
Really plenty of time. All you need is a point to swing the momentum back in your favor. Now we're looking at struggle. Up 2 against leverage. Leverage, if you're walking out here, all you're saying is no penalties. They can't shoot us off the break going to the Snake. Let's get a kill off the break, use our dominance, and don't get a penalty, and we'll be fine. Look for Caputo to run Snake off the break again. Struggle looks like they want a deep Snake run. Both teams run Snake off the break. Both teams make it. Both pulling up in Snake 1, shooting inside. You're looking at Caputo. Struggle fills into this Dorito side brick. Caputo calling a shot, but I don't think he shot anyone. Struggle now getting into the Snake 2.
Let's see what they can do here as Snake battle pulling up.
Leverage with both towers, both on the cross. Trying to keep Struggle in check. The Struggle Snake player creeping about.
Running ref coming in.
Slips and falls in this slick grass over here with a little rainfall earlier today.
And calls him clean. So, yeah, great job by the referees coming in here, making sure they're checking out players, keeping them honest.
Struggle player hopping out wide on the Snake 2. I don't think he's getting fed any information. The way he's looking around, I don't think he knows where the leverage bodies are.
Yeah, I think he's on an island over here by himself, trying to figure out this where everybody's at in the Snake. He's trying to shoot that inside shot. Haven't seen a lot of teams have success with that yet.
Oh, and Struggle catches a minor on their
goodness.
Dorito side. That's going to pull off 2 bodies. So now 5-on-3 advantage for leverage. The Snake player for Struggle creeping forward. Let's see if he can catch anyone. Oh, he trades.
Running to his
death. Running to his death. Doesn't even get Caputo.
Yeah,
so leverage in control here. Just the Dorito wedge in the Snake side can left for Struggle. Caputo, player running through the middle for Struggle.
Getting absolutely punished.
Catches a couple in the top of the head as he comes through the center, and then Caputo's going to trade with the last Struggle player. The rule of thumb here is as long as you're moving forward, you're going to catch more shots. So that Struggle player with a couple extra steps going forward, getting double doinked on the top of the head.
Yeah, so the player who was in the can, on that side for Leverage really was the kind of stopgap. He was the force that stopped the momentum of Struggle because they did not pick him up. He moved from the can into the insert bunker to the snake, caught the snake player from Struggle as he made his forward regression, and shot him, saving his snake player, and then also switched guns at perfect time and just absolutely destroyed that player coming through the center along with another player on that for Leverage in the center. So great job, great pickup there by that Leverage player, whoever moved out to the God. So
that's your job as a 2 and 3 player, keeping your head on a swivel in high body situations, catching streaking bodies, feeding information to your front guys. Up bodies, you love trades, so it's fine if your snake players trade. You can't allow someone to run through and take 2 or 3 with them. Now we're looking at CWE Power with a 2-point lead. 6 minutes left all day. They can't rest on their laurels. They got to keep putting up points. They've done a great job shooting East Coast Effect bodies off the break.
Again, thank you so much to all of our sponsors: ProSharp Paintball, Planet Eclipse, GI Sports, HKArmy.com. Lone Wolf Paintball, Dye, Sup Air, and DLX Lux as we're looking at East Coast Effect here, getting ready for the breakout.
Just trying to get 5 out alive here. They run and dive into the snake side tower. They also go to the Dorito tower, shooting inside for a snake player. They get a kill off the power side, so 5-on-4 advantage for Effect, filling quickly into the Dorito side brick and shooting inside. He might have caught that tower player on that bump. Does not. Ref calls him clean. So East Coast Effect with a 5-on-4 advantage. Communicating over here, calling kill 1, and now filling out into the snake side insert. That's Merchan, number 67. So really organized guns here for East Coast Effect. Looking at the CWE Power Dorito side. Shooting inside from that Dorito 1, trying to keep East Coast Effect out of the snake. Also have that Dorito can playing heads up, trying to keep the East Coast Effect Dorito side attack and check. That's Merchant. He really wants to get into the snake, but he has the Dorito 1 shooting that gap.
Yeah.
Power losing another out of their snake side tower. So East Coast Effect in business, up 5-on-3, down 2 points with 5 minutes left. Oh, but Power slips into the snake. I'm not sure he was detected. Nope. East Coast Effect is calling it snake, 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 and Merchant immediately matches it. They fill into the snake side wedge.
Oh my goodness.
Power losing.
Look at this.
Oh, wow.
East Coast Effect player launching down the Dorito side, getting 2 kills, and then stealing the win on this one. So great heads-up play there by number 22 as he runs down the Dorito side and dives. They're still checking him out right now to see if he was hit.
That's Gouda.
Oh, and then gets the thumbs up. Wow, great move by number 22, East Coast Effect, stealing that point away as it looked like CWE Power had that one in the bag.
Yeah, no. East Coast Effect had the body advantage the whole time, but what was great about that is he shot the Dorito side can who was holding up that attack, understands there's no one stopping him, bunkers the Dorito 1, doesn't even worry about the snake, hits the buzzer. So great job by East Coast Effect. They got their kill off the break, took advantage of their body advantage, and then immediately hit the buzzer.
Yeah, I thought it was curtains for Effect because they didn't realize that CWE Power player was in there. I thought he was gonna come up and just start chopping bodies.
No, they called it. They were calling snake, snake, snake.
Were they? Okay.
That was when Merchant filled out. So
that's right.
Yeah.
I did hear you say that. I was so focused on him and where he was going to get that shot from.
Yeah. So great job by Effect, keeping their poise, down 2 points. Really close games over here, back and forth. Much faster pace of play out here in Division 2. Another high-scoring contest here. 5-4 advantage for Struggle against Leverage. Let's see if Leverage can, stop the flag party out here. Not getting any penalties. Caputo has been 100% running snake off the break. He makes it again, and they kill a body for Struggle. So 5-4 body advantage for Leverage, but they lose their Dorito player filling into the wedge. So 4-on-4. 4-on-3 advantage for Struggle. Now filling into the Dorito wedge. They also have the snake brick. They're in the snake 1. Both teams matched up. Now Struggle getting into the snake 2. Just 2 players left alive for Leverage. Oh, I thought Caputo caught him over the top. Oh, I think Chris Fermo picked up another. Nope, just Chris Fermo in the center looking at 3 Struggle bodies down 2 points. He's going to run to his death, which is, you can't linger there down a point. So Struggle going to take a 6-4 advantage. Leverage going to throw the towel. 2 minutes and 49 seconds left. This game is far from over, but Struggle there surviving a death off the break and then peeling off leverage quickly, catching the Dorito tower player bumping into the wedge, and then just blowing up more of the leverage backfield and cleaning things up nicely. Struggle, very experienced team. Guys have been playing together a long time. They got a coach in there. You're looking at the number 3 John Wayne jerseys. It's like the Dale Earnhardt number font for that number 3, which is cool.
And you know what I love about having another commentator in the booth with me? You're able to see things that I'm not, because obviously if I turn my head and I'm looking at something, I'm missing what's going on my other side. So having an extra set of eyes out here, we're able to really provide the best commentating experience for you, because, you know, Mike and I working off the synergy first event together, really trying to focus on and hone on different things. So again, if you're just now tuning in, thank you so much for the love and support. We have some great divisional action going on all day long in this field. So
looking at Greg LeCaire for CWE Power.
Yep, on the breakout here. 2 guns double in that can. We've seen that work, but big bite up to the center and that Dorito side wedge shooting cross. They're really trying to keep keep East Coast Effect out of that snake.
Yeah, Power asserting their will on the snake side in this one. They've also had better break shooting, but it's a rare 5-on-5 breakout we're seeing here. At this point, it's quickly becoming significant. 5-on-5, things might slow down a bit. You can hear bunkers getting pelted all over the place as these teams roll their guns. Both teams with strong crosses. East Coast Effect in both powers and the Dorito 3.
Yeah,
Power in the Dorito side wedge and the snake side tower also shooting the cross. So it's going to be difficult for both teams to get out wide now. Although East Coast Effect does have that big Dorito too.
I was going to say, neither team wanting to drop a body right now, as it is pretty close. East Coast Effect down by 1. Time ticking down, though. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in this 1-point match, which started off kind of dominant for CWE Power, and East Coast Effect clawing their way back to make it a 1-point game.
Yeah, so both teams rolling their guns here. These 5-on-5 points can run long because these crosses are so strong. Both towers keeping the CWE Power attack in check. But Power looks content to roll their guns and kill some time right now. They have that wedge you can see shooting inside for the snake. Now LeCaire gonna sneak out. Where's that Cesar?
I think it's Cesar.
Yeah, that's Cesar, number 11. He's calling the tower. The tower's on me. The tower's on me. Letting everyone know. That's the East Coast Effect player in the snake insert. That Dorito wedge is pelting his bunker right now, making sure he doesn't get into the snake.
Yeah, great job there with the on the attack, trying to get into the snake side. Both teams pretty mirrored up right now.
Yeah, both teams with strong crosses, but as these points run long, players aren't able to dump paint the same way. You can't just shoot nonstop as you get late and run down to 1 or 2 pods left. I'm looking at number 7 for Power in the snake side tower. That's LeCaire shooting the cross. He's only got 1 pod left on his back, so he's going to have to make some action. He's saying Dorito's going to go. Dorito's going to go. That's good communication. However, Power's going to lose Billy Bob out of the Dorito side wedge. That's going to free up the East Coast Effect player to get into the snake. Power with just 4 bodies left alive now. LeCaire tries to fill into the snake side brick, but he runs to his death.
Yeah, great job there by the player. Getting into the snake.
East Coast Effect, understanding that the cross shot has gone down, now filling into the snake. Power with 3 bodies left alive, trying to stop the East Coast Effect progression as they're up a point with 1:38 left.
Oh, he doesn't know. Here he comes. Oh, great. Oh, bang play there. Great job as a CWE Power.
I think it's a 1-on-1 now because the East Coast Effect player died on the Dorito side. However, the Power player has no idea that 22 God is in the snake, and God is going to get a free shot on him. 2 players left alive for East Coast Effect. So now coming in to close. He missed him on the first engagement, but his other player, 55, I think that's Ramirez. So great job by East Coast Effect, playing with tremendous patience there, holding their crosses, getting key kills off Billy Bob out of the wing, and then LeCaire out of the tower ran to his death. East Coast Effect filling the snake, then coming through to tie things up and erase a 2-point deficit. Really, really nice poised play by East Coast Effect and kind of a must-win point.
Yeah, so it was a great move by the power player. It's just bad timing because he was going to get that snake eye clean. The problem is he didn't realize as soon as he walked out and went to shoot that snake player, the player from the other player from the brick also came out and caught him. So as he shot the snake player, he got dome pieced up at the same time. So
yeah, so trying to just catch East Coast Effect moving sloppily on the close. CWE Power makes a move into the snake. Unfortunately, it ends up working out as a trade, and East Coast Effect is able to close things out.
So got Orlando Rodriguez says ECE all day. Love the rocket fuel emojis. So yes, if you are a fan of the teams out here watching right now, throw down in the chat who you want to win, who your favorite player is, who you're rooting for out here. This beautiful Sunday action we have going on all day long, live and free on the NXL Live Premier Field.
Caputo running snake off the break, has not got shot going there yet. Struggle loses one out of the snake corner off the break, but they do get both wedges. 5-on-4 advantage for Leverage. 5-on-3 advantage as Struggle loses another off the Dorito side and a must-win point for Leverage. Down 2 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. They're in the Dorito side wedge. He's shooting in that leisure mode style right there with one elbow on the ground feeding pods. We love to see it. Hearing a ref call someone out. I thought I heard someone yell hit. Leverage now filling Chris Fermo into the snake side wedge. All 3 Struggle players left alive on your screen. They have both wedges on the cross in the snake side can. That's number 4 for Leverage.
Yeah, now Leverage needs 2 in 2 minutes here. So
Moran trying to get on the wrap from that Dorito side wedge and press an advantage. Struggle just trying to own that cross and kill time here with a 2-point lead. Caputo. Oh, Fermo comes through. I don't think he shot anyone, but Fermo can run through the center right now. He's trying to feel it out. They kill the Struggle. Snake side can. And it's just going to be a matter of time before they run down this last Struggle player in the Dorito side wing. And Leverage is going to cut the lead to 1 with 1:36 seconds left. Great point for Leverage, getting their kill off the break. Caputo, unstoppable getting to the snake, so Struggle has to respect that.
Yep, and this is the Leverage we've seen all year long so far. The Leverage that fights back, that can come up from a bad situation. I will say this though, this year I've seen Leverage in more dominant positions than right now. So let's see how they fight back, how they can survive this. This specific match here as
penalties.
Yeah,
right?
I mean
that's been the difference.
Struggle looking good though, so
yeah, Struggle doing their part, certainly playing good team ball and drawing those penalties. Right, you got to shoot somebody before they get a penalty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tie game, 1:11 left as we're looking at Allen walking out. The Leverage pit gathering themselves. That's number 1, Caputo in the flex 8 mask. Chris Fermo, number 18, really seasoned player. The Padres, another Northeast team, lending their semi-pro expertise.
Yep, and then preparing for their match against Austin Notorious.
Looking at East Coast Effect now in a tie game, 1:11. Let's see what these teams go with on the breakout. East Coast Effect to the snake side tower on the cross. Also the Dorito side tower into the wedge on the cross. Going to try to keep, going all the way to the juice
what
box.
A move.
But East Coast Effect losing 1. Power also losing 1. 4-on-4 situation with 1 minute left. We do play overtime on Sunday, of course. Another power player coming off. So 4-on-3 advantage for East Coast Effect with 48 seconds left. Let's see if they can put this together. Their center player dies, though, for East Coast Effect. They are in the 50 wall on the Dorito side. Power has 2 players that, they lose their snake side player. So running out wide on the Dorito side.
So I think
East Coast Effect storming down. Power should hit the horn right here.
So I think
Power needs to get on the horn. 20 seconds running
up.
off.
Yeah, wow.
Those were critical points, critical seconds that Power left off. Instead of it being 30 seconds now to tie, it's just going to be 23. East Coast Effect with 3 unanswered points to take the lead with 23 seconds left. Brad McCurley saying it's not over here. We need to keep our poise.
And what a play call. So we were blinded out here from the break, but they sent number 22 all the way onto the other side of the field into their opponent's
juice box.
Dorito side wedge.
Oh, I thought he filled into there.
No, he slid. He started to slide at the juice box and got all the way into the wedge, started chopping up that Dorito side. What a play call by a seasoned veteran. pro player Brad McCurley.
Taking a big risk in a big moment, and it works out for them. You know, something we haven't seen anyone run out here on the Premier Field all weekend long. And in those situations, catch people sleeping.
I'll tell you what, one thing I do want to say about the swag here of these two teams, both Leverage and Struggle, amazing jerseys, right? Good designs here. Love the look of the Leverage jerseys.
6-5 game for Struggle, 6-5 lead for Struggle. And they've managed to shoot Caputo off the break, which they haven't done all game long. So a 5-on-4 advantage for Struggle, and they have dominance in the Snake and a 1-point lead. This is a really tough situation for Leverage to overcome now. Down a body, down a point, and they have to have it with just 1:16 left. Struggle in the Snake 1. Now coming into Snake 2. Leverage has no idea he's there. Chris Fermo going to fill out into the Snake side can. He's worried about it, but he doesn't know where the Struggle player is. Struggle doesn't have to do anything. They can just roll their guns now and wait for Leverage to make a mistake. And sure enough, the Leverage player overextending, dies out of the center. So just 3 bodies left alive for Leverage. They can't throw the towel. Oof, I think it's just 1 left alive for Leverage in the Snake side tower, and then he dies.
And the last player left alive for Leverage dies out of the Dorito side. So
Struggle going to take a commanding 7-5 lead with just 41 seconds left. Leverage in full desperation mode, hanging their heads as they had all the opportunities to take the lead in this match, but penalties have killed them. And then in a critical point, Struggle just outplays them, getting a kill off the break on Caputo, which they had struggled to shoot all game long.
So East Coast effectively take a timeout here as we are heading into the end of these D2 matches. Gonna get to some semi-pro matches coming up. So if you're just now tuning in, this is the D2 Leverage Struggle CWE Power East Coast Effect game. The winners of these matches will take on NRG Elite Alpha and KC Missouri All-Stars, who got the bye into D2. And then we have Blast Camp versus Phoenix Rising, Austin Notorious versus the Padres, and then PB Fit versus Newbies, and Chicago Distortion versus Arsenal. So in semi-pro, no wild cards. They took the top 2 from every bracket. And again, I've got a couple questions about that Phoenix Rising position. Instead of that being Colorado Blitz, we will get into that at the beginning of that Blast Camp game and have a little more talk about it as the rain starts coming down here on this beautiful day in Gaelic Park. This is paintball weather, right? This is paintball weather. A little bit of rain, a little bit of breeze. This is what we're used to seeing in these dynamic Sunday matches at the 5th stop of the NXL event, the Windy City Major. Should call it the Rainy City Major at this point.
Yeah, we've had great weather all weekend long until now. And this is light rain. It's atmospheric rain. I don't think it's going to affect the game very much, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, just going to make things a little more slippery, make dives a little further than usual. But again, if you're tuning in, I'm Vince from Let's Talk Paintball. I appreciate all of you out there, all the love and support. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook at Let's Talk Paintball. Joined by Mike Jeffrey.
Coming in here with just 23 seconds left here. CWE Power down 1 has to come full force at East Coast Effect, who's going to try to hold on and win. They go guns up into the Snake 2. They make it into the Dorito side, break off the break. 1 body coming off for East Coast Effect. Power comes through, loses their Snake player. Just 10 seconds left. LeCare at the Snake side break, coming all the way through the Dorito side. I think that's Billy Bob. Now LeCare's going to launch. I don't think he knows that East Coast Effect player's there. He gets shot before he hits the buzzer. It's going to be a dirty hang, and East Coast Effect is going to win.
Yeah, too little, too late, as they needed one just to tie it up. Unfortunately, just didn't catch that last East Coast Effect power.
Great,
player,
but you got to love it from LeCare, knowing the situation. He's not going to die in his bunker, tries to go for the buzzer, and great poise by East Coast Effect to know in that situation you have to protect the buzzer. East Coast Effect going to move on.
Yep, so they will move on to take on either NRG Elite Alpha or KC Missouri All-Stars. So we will see that. We'll see that match coming up at 11 a.m. So
now Struggle and Leverage. Struggle with the 2-point lead, only 41 seconds. Leverage has to come at them. They need 2 points, not 1. Can't really afford to stop in bunkers here. You just got to run and shoot and go all at once. Hopefully you catch a major. If not, maybe they go to sleep on one of you and you come through. get a quick point, and then do it all again.
Sideline starting to fill up as we have KC Missouri All-Stars captain and owner of Sports Complex, Todd Boyer, here watching this D2 action. We will see his team play later on today. Doing some scouting here.
Caputo running and gunning to the snake. 50, getting him quick. They get a kill off Struggle's back line. So 5-on-4 advantage. Chris Fermo coming through the Dorito side. Another body coming off for Struggle. Caputo forcing the issue into the snake, but he gets shot. And it's looking...
25 seconds left, ticking down. Can Struggle hold off just long enough for Leverage not to get this extra point?
Yeah, it's already too late. Leverage is going to need another point after this one. Well, they'll have 11 seconds to do it, so...
11 seconds left to go here.
They're going to need the Barytnikov miracle on the next one, a full sprint or a Struggle major.
Yep. Look, so this 11 seconds, just like you said, is absolutely crucial because what's going to happen is they're going to play the 11 seconds. Leverage is hoping for that major penalty, which will end up being a swing point. On Sunday, we do not have ties. It will go into an overtime. So let's see if Leverage can claw and scrape back under a minute to get another point. So
under 20 seconds.
Under 20 seconds.
Yeah. So it's truly cannot stop at a bunker. You need your fastest player to basically be sprinting straight up the field.
Probably no pod packs.
No, you don't need a pod pack. You're not going to load.
And people ask, why don't players wear pod packs? Well, this is why. It's an extra hard surface and a little bit wider on the back end there to get shot on. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to prevent any hits as far as possible. So, expect to see that here as we do have a minute ticking down. So we are in X-Ball right now, which means the same players will play as Effect takes the win over CWE Power in a tight match, in which CWE Power started off pretty dominant, going 2-0 on East Coast Effect, but East Coast Effect with some amazing coaching calls from Brad McCurley was able to pull that one out.
Yeah, CWE Power had good break shooting early in that match, but Brad McCurley started holding up short on the snake side for East Coast Effect, pushing through the center, able to come back and erase two separate 2-point deficits and ultimately win against Power. Now we're looking at Struggle in a really strong position against Leverage. Up 7-6, a barn burner of a game. Definitely the highest scoring game you and I have seen this weekend on this field, Vince.
Absolutely. So, and that's just the difference too between semi-pro and Division II. Division II, they're really running at each other. Semi-pro, a little slower, a little more methodical with how they're playing things.
You know, when they lose bodies in semi-pro, they pick up those zones really quickly. And so it becomes very difficult to go through those guns. They convert on first shots just a little bit more. But great play out here on the Division II field. All these teams with semi-pro ambitions. A lot of experience coming out on this field for Leverage as well. Northeast team, New York, New Jersey representation out here.
Yeah, some major implications here. So Leverage could potentially get knocked out right here. They are sitting in first place right now, which would open the door for the Kansas City, Missouri All-Stars to take that first spot for the season title going into World Cup. So let's see if Leverage can pull out this tie with 11 seconds, or pull out this 1 point in 11 seconds left and go into a tie. So as we're getting ready here, you see 13 seconds ticking off the clock right now. Expect a full court press here from Leverage, running absolutely down the center. We've seen it happen before. We've seen it happen yesterday with CEP. Let's see if Leverage can pull it out.
No packs on Caputo's back. He comes sprinting. They're going to lose two bodies off the break, and it's just not going to happen for Leverage. Struggle, going to pull out this one.
Yeah.
Tightly contested 1 point match. Number 3 all around. John Wayne all around for Struggle.
So great job by number 3 on Struggle. Really making things happen out
We
here.
can say for sure that number 3 played great.
So again, if you're just now tuning in, we have some great divisional action coming up soon. Thank you so much to our sponsors for this field, and all of you stay tuned as we have Last Camp versus Phoenix Rising, Austin Notorious versus Padres in this semi-pro action. I'm Vincent Let's Talk Paintball, joined by Mike Jeffries. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we will see you in a minute.